Well, honestly, because I haven't watched the whole video, right? And I don't think I'll ever want to watch it. But I feel like if he had actually come across as like you said, a passing comment, and it was just a casual and bewildering state of like, what the heck? Why would you feel sponsor this dude? I kind of would believe that he actually meant what he meant by saying that he didn't expect for this to blow up that bad. Probably he thought it was just a casual, harmless comment of like, why would G Fuel sponsor this, not knowing that he has avid followers who would go to such length to destroy his enemy.
Here's the thing, okay? So yeah, he did mention that the fact that he didn't expect this to ever happen, and like just like you said, since it was passing comment, he might not
Mm,
expect his followers to do it.
mm.
Um, but I don't know. Like I think it's really irresponsible for him to do that to begin with. Like he's aware, he should be aware, like what cancel culture can do, and how the fact that like your fans are not you, but they
Yeah,
represent you anyway. If that makes any
yeah,
sense,
yeah, yeah. I, I,
right?
I I kind of understand. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's like you have, I don't know how many subscribers, like at least 6 million viewers or something. Let's say half of that is subscribers, like 3 million subscribers. Let's say you have like 3 million fans or something that you can weaponize anytime, right?
Yeah.
Like you can basically call them out to do to destroy someone's career,
Yeah.
and you can do so in a casual manner, just like I mentioned regarding him just a passing comment, right?
Yeah.
Like just saying what he said, like basically just saying, "Oh, why is G Fuel still sponsoring this guy?" is incredibly like irresponsible.
I think you're right because in a sense of like if we had mentioned that, if we had like for example if we were doing a comment and we said that why would you feel sponsored person? Nobody would give a shit. They just
Yeah,
take it as a grain of salt. Like, oh,
yeah,
these two people don't like them. I don't like him. But if it was like someone with around 6 million followings, obviously it might lead to a kind of like a weapon, like you said, weaponizing your fans to come after your enemy, essentially.
yeah, essentially, yeah.
And I think you're right, because I think before you mentioned it to me, I was actually watching Charlie's video on it a few
Hmm.
weeks ago, and he said how it's scary because now it sets a precedent of like your sponsorship might go to ruins just because someone doesn't like you and they have enough followings to
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 essentially
knock
destroy you, destroy
yeah
your career.
to
Yep.
knock on your sponsor's door and tell them to drop you. That's scary because now it's no longer a free will kind of thing. It's essentially it's like who's more famous will thrive more, which scares me because it's like the thing is what scares me is also companies like Charlie's mentioned before, and I'm pretty sure we also know it, but I'm just gonna reiterate the fact that companies don't give a shit most of the time about the personality they're sponsoring.
Yeah, yeah,
All
exactly.
they
Yeah,
want to
that's true.
do Yeah, all they want to do is have their brands out, get lots of revenues from this one particular influencer. But if anything goes wrong with this influencer, they would just drop you in a heartbeat if if it just takes too much effort to kind of like control the backlash.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
It's like it's exactly that. 'Cause companies just don't care. They were just gonna look at their emails like, oh, this person is racist or whatever. It's like they're gonna drop you,
yeah,
no matter
yeah,
whether it's true or not, or whether or not
yeah,
they're like, because they don't have time for that. Like they don't sponsor YouTubers because of integrity, or like we like this shit. No, no, they sponsor YouTubers because of numbers, because of like money. Like they get
yeah, for
viewers to
sure.
watch their ads essentially.
For sure. I mean, unless you have like a company who really cares about you as an individual influencer who cares about how you are, and which is very rare because most of the time corporations who do sponsorships they are the ones that are like basically mm, probably that corporation itself is actually owned by a higher bigger entity like what Disney
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
biggest podcast,
exactly.
so they won't give a shit if they drop you or not. So if a huge fans of people are against you because of this other person that they follow, and they go to your sponsor and be like, hey, we don't want this person to be sponsored by you, they can't do anything about it because it's like what the people want, they have to do it or else corporately they're gonna get fucked in terms of business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary because it's like you said, cancel culture is it has some what is it called? It has some effects, which is this costing someone's livelihood. Because now, as much as I don't like Keemstar or I don't really have a good impression, you have to say that his what is it called? His revenue, is it? Or like basically his the money or the cash that he earns from the sponsorship is no longer there because of what H3H3.
Yeah, and the thing is that whether H3H3 has intent, like has the intent of canceling his sponsorship, like or not, like whether that's true or not, like whether he really meant like to basically cancel Keemstar or not, the damage has been done. You know,
Yep.
the damage has
Yep.
been done, and whether or not you mean for it to happen, you are responsible for it. You are because the thing is that cancel culture, like the one that we mentioned before, like the one we mentioned yesterday, that's happened for a long time now,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? That's happened so for a long time, and like people have knew the fact that like cancel culture is an actual weapon, like it can actually be used, but it's never been used to this point. It's
Yeah. You're
never
right.
been used to in such a large scale by a large YouTuber, because they know themselves, like if they get canceled by someone, it's a terrible thing, so they never do it, right?
Yeah.